If you knew the exact step-by-step system to get to $10,000 a month in the next 16 weeks guaranteed, would you do it? Well, that exact system is what I'm gonna show you today in this video. 3 years ago, when I started building my online business for the first time ever, one of the biggest goals I had was getting to that $10,000 mark. However, there were two questions I couldn't answer. How can I get to $10,000 a month, and can I even do it with my current, at the time, skills and life situation? And today, after a couple of weeks ago, I processed $9,000 in a single day. I want to share with everyone watching how to get to that $10,000 mark. I was obsessing over this for the last couple of days because after working with my clients and helping them get there, I just realized how stupid simple it is. So as you can see, I'm not in my main studio where I usually record content. I'm here in my office where I usually work from. And I just wanted to hit record and share this with you as soon as possible. Now, in today's day and age, when everyone's talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars and these, 18 years olds making millions of dollars per month and saying that you can change your life in 30 days, why am I saying to make $10,000 in the next 16 weeks? Because I just want to be real with you. I want to be really honest with you. And the truth is, if you've never made $10,000 in a single month in your life, the chances of you doing that in the next 30 days, it's really hard, really hard. And all these people telling you that you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars and change your life in the next 30 days are just lying to you. And I want to be real and honest with you, and that's why I want to show you how to do it in the next 16 weeks. I promise I'll make it as simple, as fast, and as easy as possible. So the first thing that we gotta cover is what are the things that you need to do in order to get there. And there are really three things that you gotta do. And first, you gotta have an offer for your service, so something to sell. Then you gotta market that offer, meaning letting other people know that you offer that. And third, you gotta sell it, which is really getting people to buy your service and then you delivering. So these are the only three things that you need in order to be able to get to $10,000. Now, majority of people get stuck with the first thing, get stuck with their offer. And that was me 3 years ago. I was so worried about what am I gonna offer specifically and how am I gonna present it and what am I gonna say to people on my call and what am I gonna deliver and what if I don't bring results and what if my ideal prospects, my potential clients don't want my exact offer but something differently. Luckily, at the time, I invested in a mentor to teach me how to build and scale my content agency, which was arguably one of the best decisions in my entire life. And on one of the calls, when I was sharing all my doubts and thoughts with him about my offer, he told me something that stuck with me all the way up until this point and helped me a lot, which is, Nemanja, bro, don't overthink it. Just solve people's problems in exchange for money. Now, I know that that might sound too simple to be true, but it's really like that. The truth is that your offer is not going to be perfect from the first time. It's impossible. And the only thing that you can do is just focus on solving people's problems. Now, don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean that you can just put together some nonsense, call it an offer and try to sell it to people and expect people to buy it. No. That means that your offer is not going to be perfect from the first try. Never, ever. So don't focus on that, but rather focus on solving people's problems and getting paid for that. Alright, so now you got something to sell, you got your offer ready, we can go to the next thing. So once you have something to sell, how do you sell it and make $10,000 in a month? Well, that's the wrong question to begin with. Because thinking about how to get to $10,000 is so far away that to you right now, it just seems like something that's not achievable because it's so far away. And one of the biggest lessons I learned from running an online business over the last 3 years is learning how to reverse engineer all of my goals. So instead of looking at this big goal that you have and banging your head against the wall, you break it down into steps, into chewable pieces, and then the goal becomes doing those steps, doing those actions that are gonna lead you to your goal. And if you do them, you will inevitably hit your goal. So let's do that for you and your offer now. Let's say, for example, your offer is $2,500 a month, which is, by the way, easily achievable if you set it up properly. Now, of course, you need to have a good skill that's valuable, you need to be really good at it, and you need to know how to package your offer properly in order to charge this much. This is the foundation of your business, and if you mess up this part, nothing else is gonna work. That's why I made a separate video explaining how to come up with your offer and how to position yourself properly. I'm gonna link it somewhere around here so you can check it out after you finish watching this video. All right, so at $2,500 per month, you will need 4 clients in order to get to your goal of $10,000 a month. All right, so let's first reverse engineer and do the math for 1 client, and then we're just gonna multiply it by 4. So in order to close a client, you need to have sales calls. Calls where you will be talking to people and discussing you implementing your service for them and them paying you money for that. So let's say that you're terrible at sales, and in order for 1 close that you will need 8 sales calls. That would be approximately 12% close rate. An average close rate today is somewhere around 25%. So let's take the worst case scenario, say you're terrible, 12%, pretty reasonable. That means that you need to have 8 calls to close 1 client. Okay, now to book 8 calls, from the data that I have from our clients, you would need around 40 conversations. 40 people replying to your messages and showing some interest in what you do. That means that out of every 5 people that reply to you, only 1 books a call. Again, pretty reasonable. So now the last piece of the puzzle really becomes is, in order for you to get 40 replies, 40 conversations, how many messages do you need to send? Well, we recommend our clients always send a minimum of 5 messages per day, and we always recommend sending 10 messages per day. And the reason that the number of messages might seem a little bit low is because these are not everyday copy-paste messages that everyone sends today. These are super personalized messages that are actually valuable to the prospect, meaning they're actually hard to send because you need to put an actual effort from your side into them. But because of that, the response rate is much higher, and the responses that you get are going to be higher intent. Let's take a bad scenario, for example, again, and let's say that every 10 messages you send, you only get 1 reply. Keep in mind, you're sending messages that are personalized and super valuable to the prospect. That means that in order for you to get 40 conversations that are going to get you 8 calls and 1 close, you need to send 400 messages. And that can be broken down into 10 messages per day for 40 days. So now getting the client stops being this mystery and really turns into sending 10 messages per day for 40 days. That's it. So 400 messages, 1 client. We need 4 clients at $2,500 per month in order to get to $10,000 a month. So if you multiply these numbers by 4 to get to $10,000, $10,000 is 4 times this, meaning 4 times sending 400 messages, meaning in total 1,600 messages in order to get to $10,000. This is the math. This is all it really comes down to. Sending 10 messages per day for 40 days and then repeating that 4 times, or in other words, sending 1,600 messages to get to $10,000. Now, sending 1,600 messages over the next 4 months would approximately average out on 13 messages per day, something like that. The only exception here is that as soon as you get your first client, your numbers are gonna go up. Your numbers are gonna become better because you know what works. You already did it, meaning that over time, these numbers are gonna change and gonna become better. Keep in mind, I took the worst possible scenario as an example here. You might be even better at some of these numbers right from the beginning. But as the time goes, the more you do it, the more experienced you become, and the more clients you close, the better your numbers are gonna become because you know what works. You'll start seeing the pattern and you'll start using that pattern to get even better results. Because you're gonna get better over time, and as soon as you close your first client, you're gonna know what works and you can just go and repeat that. Let's circle this number out on 10 messages per day. So if I were to break down what you need to do in order to get to $10,000 a month in the next 4 months, it would really be send 10 messages per day, every single day, over the next 4 months. And if you do that, properly, and what I mean by properly is you have an offer that's good, that's packaged in a nice way, you present it in a good way, and you sell it in a good way. And if you do those things over the next 4 months, really, the biggest goal now for you becomes not getting to this $10,000 a month, which is so far away, it seems not achievable, but we broke it down to just sending 10 messages per day. Now, the only reason why I did this is because through working with my clients, I realized how stupid simple it is. And I'm not saying this is easy. Don't get me wrong, this is hard. Sending 10 messages per day that are super valuable to our prospects every single day for the next 4 months is hard, but it's stupid simple. And that was the whole point of this video, to show you how simple it is to get to $10,000 a month and how achievable it is. Because at least in my opinion, everyone can send 10 messages per day. Now, I know that 99% of people will never actually implement this information and act upon this knowledge. And that's why I'm running a 6-week challenge where I'm gonna help you implement my 6-figure agency system inside of your business, and to prove that it works, help you get at least 1 new client over the next 6 weeks. The last time I ran this challenge, I got amazing feedback from people. They got new clients, they scaled their agencies further, and most importantly, they learned something new, and they got the system that they can use to scale their businesses even further. Which is the main reason why I decided to open up this challenge again. Spots are strictly limited because we don't work with everyone, and I don't like working with everyone. We only work with specific type of people. So if you're down and you want our help to implementing our 6-figure agency system that's proven to work, that is gonna help you get at least 1 new client over the next 6 weeks, DM me the word ready on Instagram. I'm gonna leave the link for my Instagram down below in the description so that you can do it. And if it's God's will, I'll see you in the next video.